You want to learn how to use power tools, but you are a total beginner and you don't even know where to start? Well, you're in the right place. Hey guys, I'm Ashley French. I am a DIYer and I help total beginners renovate and DIY their homes. This video is going to be part of a series where I teach you how to use power tools. I am teaching from the very beginner kindergarten level, so this is going to be easy to follow. And when you're done watching this, you're going to feel confident being able to use power tools. So let's get started. Next up is the miter saw. A miter saw is designed to make angled cuts and straight cross cuts in pieces of wood, molding, trim work, and more. Most all miter saws require power to operate, but some brands have come out with battery-operated versions. The proper way to use a miter saw is to have it bolted to a stable work surface or securely clamped onto a miter saw stand. This piece here is called the blade guard, and this is called the miter fence. This part is known as the throat plate, and this is the miter scale, which tells you what degree angled cut you are making. This is the miter lock knob, which you can turn to loosen, then pull the detent release lever underneath and move the control arm to change the angle of your cuts. Inside the handle, there is a trigger that turns the saw on. On the front of this saw, there is a bevel lock lever, which you can loosen and change the bevel of your saw. Many saws have this lever located on the back of them. There is also a dust extractor tube on the back that can connect to a dust collection bag or to a hose that you have connected to a shop vac or dust extractor vacuum. And on the back here, there is a lock pin that can be used to lock the saw down whenever you are moving it or transporting it. To use the miter saw, measure and mark your material and then use a speed square to draw a straight line where you plan to make your cut. Then put your board into place, pressed all the way against the fence. Bring your saw blade down without the blade turning to make sure your blade lines up perfectly with your pencil line on the boards. Then use the clamp to secure your board into place. Pull the trigger to start the saw and wait until the blade has reached full speed before pulling it down to make your cut. To make a mitered or angled cut, loosen the miter knob, press in the handle, and pivot the blade to the desired angle and tighten down the knob. Lower the handle to see where the blade meets the wood to ensure it will cut in the right spot. Then pull the trigger and pull the blade down to make your cut. Learning to use the miter saw really opened the DIY door for me. I was able to cut down pieces of wood and trim, and I started to do baseboards, crown molding, accent walls, making my own shelves, building furniture, and so much more. Now, the miter saw was a tool that I was really intimidated by before I learned how to properly use it. And even in the beginning, I continued to be nervous when I was using it. So I want to share with you something that totally changed my confidence level. And that was when I switched to a smaller miter saw, which you'll see here. In the video, you just saw me using a large miter saw that has a 12-inch blade. That is the first miter saw I learned how to use, and even after learning how to use it, I was still nervous. A large miter saw like that is louder, more powerful, and does have a little bit of kickback, which can make it very intimidating when you are a beginner. So I would highly recommend you starting out with a miter saw that has a smaller blade. This miter saw, for example, the blade size is 7¼ inch. When I got this saw for myself and started using it, I got all my confidence back. I think that the 7¼ inch blade is a great starting size if you are new to using power tools. And this size miter saw is really easy to move around and set up where you need to use it, whether that is on a table in your garage, on a miter saw stand, or even if you have to put it down on the ground to use it. This is a great size, it's easy to maneuver, and you will not be intimidated by it. All right, guys, if you have additional questions, leave those in the comments below. I will be answering all of your questions and helping you guys in any way that I can. If you found this video helpful, be sure to head to my page because I have created a bunch of videos just like this on a variety of power tools, because this is part of my series of Power Tool Basics 101. Hope you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.